Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some Horizon Forbidden West. This time I'll be taking a look at performance on my RTX 3090 and seeing how it performs in one of the more modern games. Games have got quite demanding recently, so I'm always interested to see what the last gen is capable of. So playing at a resolution of 2560 by 1440 at 120Hz. So I'm using dynamic deep learning anti-aliasing, so there's no upscaling here and no frame gen. In terms of graphics, everything is maxed out at very high. No chromatic aberration and no vignette. So my memories of the RTX 3090, because I've recently got this one, is it was just an absolute powerhouse when I first got it back in, I think it was September 2020. So it's literally a few days away from being 4 years old now. So for those who still have their RTX 3090, what do you guys feel about it? Is it still holding up? Is it as future-proof as you thought it would be? That's the thing, when you buy a high-end GPU like this, you expect it to last quite a long time. Now, I found with some of the newer games like this, you're not going to get the best performance at 4K. So 1440p native is pretty much where it's at for the more later games. For last gen games, you can still pretty much run 4K over 60. But the great thing about the RTX 3090 is it's still got its 24GB VRAM buffer, and just having no problems with VRAM is actually quite a comfort. Because I was using an RTX 4060 at first, then went to a 3070 Ti, which was 8GB, faster but still limited. Then I went to a 3080 at 10GB, really wasn't much of an improvement. So I just got the 3090, slightly faster, but that 24GB VRAM buffer means it will last for quite a long time. So 24GB graphics cards may actually become more needed than ever based on some of the games I've seen recently, like Star Wars Outlaws. That game uses a huge amount of VRAM, over 20GB at times, and it doesn't even have a texture setting, so the game will literally load in textures depending on how much VRAM you have available. So if games are going to take that control away from you, buying cards with over 16GB of VRAM is probably going to be a must these days. Anyway, just want to warn you guys, this potentially could be an end game mission, and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. So if you haven't beat the game, it's maybe a video you don't want to watch. So I'm looking for a signal. There it is.
Aha! Coordinates for a flight path.
So what I'll do is flight through it.
Okay, I think my focus is repairing the transmitter data.
We just follow it, I guess. Wonder where this is going to take me. But yeah, looking at performance though, doing over 60 pretty comfortably. Not only using around 9GB of VRAM, so not too bad, but at 1440p, that's still quite a lot.
Huh. Data's still repairing, but there's an audio log.
Lillian Barnett, Recon Squad 21 West. Today, our unit was sent to status check a battalion holding the pier. I saw the civilian guard numbers and my heart sank. Hash's unit was there. Even from a distance, we could see the bots swarming the area. We had to keep the vert high, but it was clear. There was no one left.
Okay, so it's like a message from a previous war effort. Didn't go too well.
Called it in as we saw it. But that evening, as I left my CO's office, I caught a glimpse of a media update sent to go out based based on our report. Only it wasn't. Enduring victory triumphs at Santa Monica. The bastards are covering it all up. My best friend threw himself into the meat grinder, and no one will even know.
I'll lose the trail if I'm too far off course.
So to fly through it again from a better angle this time.
These lies can't stand. People need to see the truth.
They never did. I wonder what happened.
Okay. So that was it then. Strange mission. Just an aerial capture. I thought there would be more to it than that. This game still looks amazing. And this goes to show you, you don't need ray tracing to have a good looking game. You just need good art direction. It is pretty awesome that they allowed you to fly on this game. But I don't like the way they've kind of hid everything in fog most of the time. You barely get a clear sky. I guess that's their way of hiding the popping and all the draw distance that they have to deal with as well. Anyway, I gotta meet Silas. Not too far away. Okay, I'm gonna find a spot to land. These guys are not too happy to see me. Probably avoid them. Okay. Take these guys down myself. But how tough these things are. Yeah, that's one down. Not sure the rest are too interested, but if they fancy it, I'm ready. There you go. Get a bit closer. Oh man, it's falling behind a rock. Can't get to it. Here we go. Nice critical hit. when they're frozen, the metal's a bit more brittle. Nice. Okay, now I can get back to what I'm meant to be doing. I haven't been here in a while.
Welcome back, Aloy. You did it! You actually defeated a reactivated Horus! Are you hurt? Anything broken?
I'm fine, Beta.
I hope you never have to face another one.
I'm glad that she cares now. Anyway, where is Silas?
You're back. And after mingling with the Quen, I imagine that you're eager for some intelligent conversation.
There are some pretty special people among the Quen. If you dropped down to Earth once in a while and did a little mingling yourself, you might realize that.
I have more important matters to deal with. Like the data you recovered from Londra.
You found a lead.
Indeed. A log entry he wrote shortly after the Zeniths escaped the destruction of their colony. I'll send it to you. There is much to unpack, but most importantly, Londra theorizes about how Nemesis might be countered. His musings include a list of 21st century corporations that manufactured state-of-the-art weapon systems. It's possible that one of these weapons could be deployed against the enemy. I'll have to investigate each company, of course, locate their facilities, unearth their technologies, determine their efficacy, and whether they can be brought back online.
All by yourself, huh?
Well,
don't get me wrong, I'm glad you found something that can help. But I've been wondering why you stayed behind with us. It's the challenge, isn't it? The chance to prove you've got the biggest brain of all.
my reasons are mine alone.
And that's why you'll always be alone.
Aloy, Nemesis is not a threat that can be defeated single-handedly. I am grateful for your extraordinary contributions.
So as close to a thank you as you're going to get from him. She liked it. R.I.P. Lance Reddick, the actor, actually did die in real life not too long after this game was made.
Silence? We might thaw that icy heart of yours yet. Now let's see what he found.
Okay, so where do I go? It's actually not too far. It's just going to be quite a long flight, actually. Okay, let's get out of here. It's going to be quite a long flight. So far the game's played extremely smooth. I'm using the new Windows update 24H2 and that actually did bring a performance improvement to the 7900X3D. So it is part of the Windows Insider program. It isn't complete yet, so I would probably say hold off until it's done, but it is promising. And it's not exclusive to AMD as well. I did see some games on my Intel i9-4900KS in Gears of War, Gears 5, but not too many other games. You forget sometimes just how big this game is. It's absolutely huge. But I took my time with it. I did practically every mission you can. And if you play it properly, it gives you at least 70 hours worth of gameplay. Okay, we're pretty close by now. Doesn't seem to be much out here. I wonder what is going to be waiting for us. Hopefully it's not something too crazy that I need to fight. Not too long now. Okay, it's around here somewhere. Must be some big ass creatures here. Didn't expect any less. Just make sure I got enough berries to recover. Looks like I want to have a serious fight on my hands. Okay, this doesn't like fire. So let's start off with fire. Got it right in the weak spot. This thing is pretty dangerous, so I just had to hit it with one of my strongest attacks. Some fire raptors here as well. Let's create some distance. So you guys like ice? I got you now. And you should try and defeat these guys at a safe distance. These raptors can jump pretty well. Frozen now. There's too many enemies ganging up on me. Just split these guys up. Let's take out the smaller ones first. Just trying to hide from these guys. These guys work well as a team. Finish this one off. Okay, that's another one down. Okay, now I've just got that final bear to take down. Try and get some critical hits on it. Where the hell did this thing come from? Okay, let's try and weaken its armor. Now let's go for it. Still strong. Nearly got it. Okay. Finish it off. I don't know where these are coming from. And this thing's resilient. I'm barely doing any damage to it. Let's just throw a spear at it. And this one kept doing sneak attacks to me.
I should read all these different things.
Okay, we're good. I really left a highly guarded area. Grab some of this stuff.
Find what I needed. I'll have to go to another machine site.
Okay. Anyway guys, I just wanted to take a look at how Ryzen Forbidden West ran on the RTX 3090, and at 1440p you definitely get a good experience maxed out. Seems to hold 60 FPS pretty comfortably. But it just goes to show this card's almost 4 years old now, and you know, future proofing is a thing, but I guess in the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, this may not be able to play the latest games at the highest settings. So upgrading is it's a vicious cycle, but you got to do it eventually. But this card is definitely going to give you at least 5-6 years from the day you bought it. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.